It's too cold, it's too dark, I don't feel like it, I'm too tired, I'm not going to train today. How often do you say, I'm not going to eat today, I'm not going to sleep today, I'm not going to shower today, I'm not going to brush my teeth today because I can't be bothered, I don't feel like it, I'm too busy, I'm too stressed. Now I'm sure there's some people that say that, but there's a real challenge with that, of course, because if you don't eat, you don't sleep, you don't bathe, some horrible things happen to your body. But guess what? When you don't exercise, some really horrible things happen to your body. People who don't get fit and stay fit for the rest of their lives, they're not strong, they don't have strong muscles, bones, ligaments, tendons and joints. All those horrible things happen. The worst diseases, coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, depression, most cancers, are all caused by and can be prevented, or they're caused by inactivity and can be prevented by activity. But it's not just activity. So I'm talking from some very sad experiences in my life where people haven't done strength training, they haven't kept their body strong, they've let their body waste away mentally and physically, and their life has been horrible. They've ended up in a very dark place. There are old people who have horrible lives because they haven't stayed strong. But the reverse of that, and I always use my mother as an example because how exciting to be able to change the life, make the life better of somebody in your family. So my mother at 74 was diagnosed with advanced osteoporosis, bone thinning disease. She had coronary heart disease. She'd had already 2 heart attacks. She had a pill box full of stuff that she had to take 2, 3, 4 times a day sometimes. She was fat, she had asthma, she was weak, she was frail, she was a mess. 74. To me, you may as well be dead. If you're living your life like that, you may as well be dead. Well, the advanced osteoporosis diagnosis said you have to have a walking frame and then a wheelchair. And that was the turning point for my mother, because that's when my gorgeous husband stepped in. He's a health scientist, a published research scientist. He's been a sports strength and conditioning coach all of his life. He's a top-level athlete. And he just said, enough is enough. My mother didn't listen to me, obviously. She needed an outside message. He just said, no, we're not letting you go into a walking frame in a wheelchair. So my mother started doing boxing, she started doing strength training, she started running on the soft sand on the beach, she swam every day in the ocean. We moved her out of the old people's home because that's where people go to get old. We moved her into an apartment on the Gold Coast in Australia on the 12th floor where she had to walk up the stairs and down the stairs. We wouldn't let her use the lift, so up for your heart, down for your bones. Cut a very long story short, we completely turned her around. Everybody in my mother's family died under the age of 60 from horrible diseases. Most of them had heart attacks. My mother lived to the beautiful, literally happy age of 98, and she died peacefully in her sleep. So what's the difference? Now, you can walk, you can do easy exercise, you can plod jog, you can do all those easy things, but you don't get hard, your body doesn't get tough, you don't get strong if you don't overload your muscles. And as I shared, men seem to get this, women just don't get it. Why? Why do we focus on, I want to be fit but not strong? Everything you do is determined by your muscles. To the blinking of your eye, to how fast your heart beats, to whether or not you can lift something and whether or not you can do something. So you've got to do strength training. The challenge, of course, with strength training is most people have made it really hard, long and boring. It doesn't need to be. If you can lift something for more than 10 seconds, it's too light. So that means each exercise is only 10 seconds long. How many exercises do you need? To work all the muscles in your body, you technically only need 1 exercise. If you do an alive lift, some people call them deadlifts. I like to call them alive lifts because they're the exercise that keep you alive for longer. If you can lift something heavy off the floor, you're literally using every muscle in your body. Everything has to work really hard. Even the little muscles, your abdominals, your calf muscles, everything's working. If you then add in a push movement and a pull movement, if you want to, that's 3 exercises, that's 30 seconds. Because if you can lift something for longer than 10 seconds, it's too light. So 30 seconds of strength training for your tough mental health, your tough body, your strong bones, your immune system's built inside your bones, so you're less likely to get sick. It controls your emotions because your endocrine system, when you get strong, it gets strong. So there's no screwing up with menopause and perimenopause and periods and all the things that women complain about. And this is why I think that technically, and I know that there's some sad men in the world, there's some men that don't live their life to the max, but it seems that there's so many more women who have so many hassles because they don't do strength training. So I love being an old lady And that's my phone ringing. Isn't that awesome? So live your life to the max and make sure that if you are going to get strong, do it safely so you don't get injured, do it short so you don't get bored, and live your life to the max as a strong person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woohoo!